and welcome back to another Kinwoven Christmas episode. I'm Rebecca Robeson, your host. Guess what we're going to do today? Does my surroundings help a little to give you a little bit of a hint? Yeah, we're going to do the staircase banister. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, especially my Christmas videos, you might remember some of the amazing staircases I've done over the years. But guess what? That was all done in my house in San Diego. Well, this last year I was here in Tulsa in my new home, and I have a staircase, but I didn't do my staircase. Why? Well, because I have these two arches that lead into the family room and the living room, and they were all studded up. I mean, they were bedazzled with incredible garlands to go into each room. And I thought, it's just too much. Well, this year, I'm not doing the arches, so guess what? I'm gonna tackle this vintage, and when I say vintage, this is like nearly 100-year-old home. And I'm gonna take this old wood banister and I'm gonna, I don't know, glamour up a bit and make her look like the rest of my theme for this year, which is a wintry, icy forest. And just in case you're tempted to say, well, I don't need to watch this, I don't have a staircase. Can I just say that the principle of decorating a staircase banister is much like decorating any other surface in your home. Essentially, it's garland. And garland can go down the center of your dining table. It can go along a sofa table on the back of your sofa. It can go, just about anywhere. Garland is a Christmas decoration that a lot of us use in a lot of different places. So take the principles that I'm showing you today, and instead of applying them going this way, just apply them this way or apply it this way. But don't go away, because this is gonna be good. Okay, so this is what the garland looks like. I believe it's 9 foot. Let's see. No, it must be 6 feet, because 9 feet would be way taller. Anyway, I took one last night. I just kind of wrapped it under here and I brought it around, wrapped it around again, and just let it tie through. And I liked it so much, I didn't even want to take it off this morning. Now here's why I don't usually just do a straight up version, and it's because of this. If that was straight on top of there, I would have no handrail to grab on my way down. It doesn't sound very safe to me. What do you think? I feel compelled to show you a close-up, but before we do, full disclosure, nails are absolutely a wreck. This one is taped on so it doesn't fall off. These are falling. I actually have blisters on my hands from, well, I'm not even gonna tell you what it's from, but I burned myself. Okay, here's what you need to know. If you're going to make a longer zip tie, this is very common and a lot of people know how to do this, but in the event that you don't, you go from the back side and you push that in. Can you hear that? Right? That's the sound of a zip tie. Now, you've just made it super long. So the bottom line is what you're doing right now is you're creating your sculptural shape. That's how you start. Get your garland on first, decide how it's gonna swag, if it's gonna go over, under, on top, and then you can start the embellishments. Normally I'd go all the way up, but I'm kind of thinking I like it like right here. Okay, so here's the thing. If you try to put a zip tie or a pipe cleaner on one of these things, you need something right here. See how this is square? Then it has a little loop right here. You want your tie to go around this part because the width of that will not allow it to go down any further. So here I'm gonna go. I'm gonna use a pipe cleaner here. Now, this is gonna require a little help from Mr. Chompers. So this looks like it's just part of that, right? I'm really okay with where I've got this right now. It's actually quite unusual. I call it a little avant-garde, and it's different, and it's something I haven't done like this before. Now, you've seen me take green garland and add white picks to it in order to make it look like it was essentially flocked. Well, I'm kind of doing the reverse here. I'm gonna take darker green picks and add that to this lighter color garland. This is called honeysuckle vine, and this is what I use to get that sticky look. And somehow, somewhere, there's a start to this thing. The thing about using twigs like this is it's very, you pretty much have to go with what the twigs want to do, what they're telling you to do. They got a mind of their own, but they add so much style. Use a half a pipe cleaner to just sort of tie it on to the garland itself to kind of keep it in place, or you'll be walking by one day and this thing will slap you upside the head. And if you know you're going to do this, it's smart to have a bunch of these already pre-cut. Now see, I'm kind of weaving some of these pieces in and through, and it just tuck it in, because the other twigs will keep it in place. So now I'm adding a bunch of the deeper green color to this, and I chose these from Shinoda because they have a little bit of the iced look to them. They're tipped in ice. You just sort of weave them in and about. I'm cutting small pieces of floral wire. If I was doing, let's say, a centerpiece, I probably wouldn't take the time to wire these pieces in, because the centerpiece is sitting flat on a table. But this is on a stairwell. So there's going to be a lot of activity, people going up and down, mostly me, going up and down these stairs, and I don't want these leaves falling off throughout the season. If I create this first, it tells me what to do the rest of the way up. Are you starting to see kind of this foresty theme coming together? Pine cones are a theme this year for me, so I may just do this kind of thing. Pretty? Yeah. So I'm trying to find something to put at the top of the staircase, so I went to my owl department. This is red tape. It's called Highlights, and it's two-sided tape. It's really not red. It's only red on one side, but it is so strong. It is like the best tape if you need to adhere something that normally would not want to be adhered. So what I'm doing is I want to tape this bird nest to my staircase. And then I'm going to peel off the red part and tape it to my railing. All right, this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, and that is to get the red film separated. this way so it's tipping forward. So I've taken probably 2 hours to play around with all of my different accessory items and decorative items to come up with what I want this situation to look like and feel. And I've concentrated everything here on the crescendo at the bottom. Now that I know what I want, I can actually do the rest of the stairs in under an hour because I've identified the pieces I want to use and repeat, and it'll be very simple to go on up. Quick and easy. It's just that first part where you're actually designing it that takes more time. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my hot glue gun. I don't mind gluing him to that. I just don't want to glue that to my staircase. I hope you like this home because it's gonna be permanent. I think this might be of interest to you. I took a brown extension cord because it matches my color and my decorations the best, and I put one end of lights here, and I'm going to put another one on this side. This string of lights is going to light down here, and this string is going to light the rest of the way. The key is I zip tied it on to this zip tie, and then I'm going to run this through the entire thing. Meaning, by the time I'm done, this cord will run along this line, and I have all these little pieces of floral wire that I'm going to tie it on with. So you'll never see this cord, but it will be amply lit. All right, so I've shown you the steps on how I do a staircase. Right now, I'm going to finish with all of my lights, and I'm going to repeat this look all the way up. Be sure to come back and see the full house tour of my home for Christmas this year. I think you're going to love it. I know that so far, I really do. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them as a comment below. Let's see, what was the question? Oh, I know. Do you have a staircase in your home? Yes or no? And don't just say yes or no. Say something else, you know. Make it personal, okay? All right, you guys, off I go into the evening to finish my staircase. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.